retarded. Property in Egypt. I just bought property in Egypt.
Okay.
I just bought property in Egypt. And so what they do is they... Wait, I want to go watch that real quick. Property in Egypt.
Property in Egypt.
I just bought property in Egypt.
Create a voiceover using your own voice.
I bought a property in Egypt, and what they do for you is they give you the property, you then get to go and customise it however you want, which only cost me £4,000 for the kitchen, for the outdoor furniture.
It's not even the meme version, it's just literally
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I get what I get. I get what I click for.
Yeah. You bozo.
I want the meme. And I
Go
want
and
it
patch so
not
many of
in
them.
short form. Oh my god, do I have to click on it in short form?
I bought a property in Egypt, and what they do for you is they give you the property.
Hey yo, chill the fuck out, yo. You sitting there playing with...
It doesn't do the fire.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it doesn't do it like multiple.
Doesn't do the fire, bro. No, I don't want it explained, bro. I just need the meme. Straight shot into my fucking brain to kill me. Okay, here you go.
I bought a property in Egypt, and what they do for you is they give you the property.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. That wasn't even the edit I was looking for, but you know what? It's good enough.
True. Oh.
Bought property in Egypt.
I bought property.
Alright. But look at this. This is insane. So this is a toddler.
No, it looks like a...
A toddler saves dad?
Yeah, look. Look, she's like screaming for her father, as you would expect any toddler to, if their father's not waking up, right? So now you're still in the realm of what you would expect from a toddler. But then she locks the fuck in.
Oh shit.
Look at this.
The crying was for show.
True. Look at this. Terminator T-1000 model. He ran out of the room. And straight over to the sofa. Bro.
What the fuck?
What the
She
fuck?
finds her father's glucose tablets.
She knows what's wrong with him?
She knows not only what's wrong with him, she knows which package to get.
There you go.
She makes that assessment. On her tiny little leg. Finally back at her father's side. She opens it up, gets a glucose tablet. Despite there probably, I would assume, being a child lock on the glucose tablets.
It didn't mean anything.
But her tiny hands make it difficult. I like how they're dramatizing it.
Yeah, I know.
My god. She locked the fuck in. She opens the tablet. And she puts it in her father's mouth. I'm assuming what happened
She's just patiently waiting.
is it just sat in his mouth for a little bit and maybe brought his blood sugar down enough, or
yeah, it raised it up enough.
Yeah, raised his blood sugar enough to like stop the collapse of his blood sugar or whatever.
Yeah, if she put it under his tongue by accident, maybe, then it goes straight into your bloodstream.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, probably happened.
Yeah. So
but
like,
dude,
oh my god, bro!
Then he wakes
the
up.
little girl was just come like 3 years ago.
Bro, she like literally just 3 years ago. This organism, this organoid that just saved this man's life.
Yeah.
Was literally in his balls less than 36 months ago. That's insane.
I know, bro.
She locked in.
Yeah. She was like whining and crying, you know, putting up the tears, but then she's like, "Oh, this is serious.
And
I
she
gotta
turned
walk
up.
in."
Glucose tablets. I need the glucose. Bro.
What the heck? How did she know what was wrong with him?
Eat the medicine if you want to live.
They must have taught her.
Yeah, that's what I. You know, that's a good point. They probably taught her
just the fact she had like the wherewithal to do it, and she did it all correctly, and she was able to assess the situation. That was the time needed.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Oh my god.
These are the daddy wake up pills. If daddy's sleeping like a lazy bum, put one of these in his mouth and he'll wake up. And he did. Just put it in his mouth.
He did. The child lock meant nothing to her.
True. And then he wakes up. She's just waiting for him, bro. Oh.
Yeah, she just like. She was just waiting.
Time for breakfast, Dad. I'm fucking hungry. Dude.
You know what? She might be able to afford property in Egypt.
She might be able to. She might be entitled to property in Egypt.
Yeah.
So, when you get property in Egypt, they have you come and customize it, and they... Alright.
Dang, that was like that baby's like neurons firing off.
True, dude. She rubbed 2 little brain cells together, made one neural connection, and that was enough to save her father's life.
I know. Oh my gosh, that's like super baby.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, dude. My god. But anyway, on to the real story.
Oh shit. Speaking of babies.
Yeah. I don't want to address the political scenario happening. However, look at these pictures, though. You can't deny that modern war isn't beautiful. Look at that.
I like the little squigglies.
Yeah, dude.
They look like crinkle cut fries.
Little spermies trying to penetrate your society.
True. You think that's what your dad's balls looks like before you get out? Before the race?
Perhaps. That might be what they look like. So yeah, there's this image. It was taken from 140 miles away. That's 140 miles away, dude.
Oh my gosh. But you can like see the cities though.
Yeah. Kind of. But look at this as well. It's like an anime battle happening in the sky. Bro, the sky just making noises, bro.
I know. It's kind of ominous.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
You think
apparently
they did
this is
that at
over.
night?
Yeah, this is over in
You
an
think
Iranian city.
Oh. Oh, wow. You think they did that at night to make it look aesthetic?
Yo, that I know that's why they did it. That's also why they
True.
stopped when the sun started coming up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because
it
they're
wasn't-
like, there's no reason to do it now.
It didn't look as cool because the sun was out.
True.
Dude,
Bro, there's a main character up there.
I know. Like, if an
True.
anime battle happened in real life, this is probably what the average person would see it as.
Yeah.
Just imagine that, though.
They're trying to fight for property in Egypt.
Oh, God.
Oh god.
Only half wrong.
Oh shit.
But look,
What the fuck is that?
so we're in the era of space war. This is an exo-atmospheric interception.
Oh shit.
Oh, wow.
So this
So that's
interception,
in like the atmosphere?
it's outside of the atmosphere.
Oh my gosh.
That's how far away it is. And this is what it looks like.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
It looks
dude.
like Evangelion, like one of the angels coming down.
It does look like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro.
That's insane.
That's
So
like
this is
that
what-
looks like Mothra, like
Yeah,
unfolding her wings to come like
True.
descend.
I know. But what actually happened is a missile was probably traveling at like, what, 5,000 miles an hour, coming down, and another missile crashed into it, and it was traveling so fast that its debris just exploded. Because there was no atmosphere to like stop it, the debris, it just like sprayed out in this pattern.
No shit.
So that's what you're seeing. And it looks like some kind of like hologram.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Looks like
also-
an angel
and also-
unfolding its wings.
True.
Yeah.
It's also probably amplified because the sun is shining on it up in the atmosphere and it's getting darker down on the surface.
Oh.
Yeah, that's probably
yeah.
true. Here's what happens and what it looks like during the day. I like how you can hear the birds chirping.
Yeah.
I know.
Hey, it looks like a bunch of meteors.
I know. Looks like a meteor shower, bro. But it's war.
Yeah.
There's another exo-atmospheric interception.
Oh.
It just sounds so peaceful.
Mhm.
Yeah. When like death's raining down upon them,
I
the
know.
birds are just chirping
Oh,
peacefully. Blissfully ignorant.
no. Yeah, it's so
I know.
eerie.
Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of is. But it's also like cool. It's oddly calming
Mhm.
in like a really weird way.
Aw. Death, the sweet embrace, is calling to me.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Bro. And this is just an exchange between two relatively minor regional powers.
I know.
Imagine what World War III's gonna look like.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I know.
It's gonna be just hell.
Yeah. But it's gonna look great.
Hopefully it'll get pushed back like 200 years, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But this one specifically is kind of cool. It's only 5 seconds.
Autobots, roll down!
Yeah, see, look at that. Look at these
Oh my
missiles raining down at
gosh.
night. The exoatmospheric interception happening. Look at that.
Damn.
Yo, it looks like the Autobots falling down.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Autobots are
and that's-
going to attack Israel.
Oh,
Or
God.
Iranian.
Well, so I love that you just fucking spoiled my joke entirely. Thank you for that. You fucking dick.
It's the ego mask! You fell into the trap of the ego mask.
Yeah, so I specifically started looking for the scene because it looks eerily similar to the Iranians striking Israel. Look at that.
Listen, man, all I did was just see that. It reminded me of Transformers.
Yeah, see, look. So can you believe the Iranians deployed the Autobots on Israel?
True.
That's insane.
Oh,
Look at that.
wow.
Wait, see, look. This is the Sam and Michaela are the Israelis right now.
True. Fun fact, Shia LaBeouf is actually Israeli.
Oh, wow.
shit.
Yeah.
Look at that. The Autobots
It's just-
landing in Israel.
It's just as accurate as Iranian ICBMs as well.
Yeah, true, because they're hitting civilians everywhere. Oh, it's the Tooth Fairy.
Ooh.
Tooth Pharaoh.
Inshallah. Inshallah, brother.
100 times cooler than Armageddon. I swear to God.
The funny thing is, people are actually kind of acting like that.
Dude.
Like,
Yeah, they
in
are.
order to record the ballistic missiles raining down, they kind of are acting like this.
Yeah.
Easily 100 times cooler than Armageddon.
And to be fair, if missiles were raining down on our
Transformers
city,
called it.
I'd probably be doing the same thing, because that shit looks cool as fuck.
You'd be out in the streets with your like pants on fire, like running around. There's like a smoke stream like following behind you.
Yeah.
'Cause you got too
But,
close.
oh god! Oh god! Ratchet or Jazz just got intercepted by the Iron Dome.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
So, if this happened in real life, right, the scene, and they came down like this, here's really what would have happened to him. Look at right here.
Oh, God.
Oh god! Optimus! Optimus, no!
God.
God. What if it was Optimus, bro?
Optimus Prime is the one getting fucked.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Can't
Can't even stand a chance.
Oh, God.
They were just trying to land on property in Egypt.
Oh god. Yeah. Alright. I got something else that's arguably just as funny, if not funnier, than what I just showed you. So look at this. A Russian Air Force SU-25 pilot accidentally shot down his wingman with unguided rockets over Donetsk Oblast earlier today.
What the heck? How do you do that?
We're about to find out.
What the fuck?
Ow!
On Earth, there wasn't any other plane nearby.
No, there wasn't. He
Why
literally
did
just
he
shot
shoot
his.
his own wingman?
No, it was an accident. He was aiming up to like angle his rockets to go further, so that way he wouldn't be in danger. But thing is, he accidentally hit his wingman while doing the maneuver.
Yeah, so generally what they do is it's super dangerous and they get shot down all the time if they fly over the front line. So generally what they do is they fly like 10 miles behind the front line, 5-10 miles behind the front line at low altitude, angle upwards and go as fast as they can. Then they launch like 60 to 100 rockets and then go off and turn around and run away really quickly so that way nobody can shoot them down, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they were trying to do. One of them successfully does it. The other one does it while his wingman is still directly in front of him.
Yeah, didn't he see him?
Well, yeah, he did, but they just fucked up because they're incompetent.
Oh my god, no!
This is no joke. Actually, what would happen if you gave orcs fighter jets?
I know!
Yeah, I know! No joke. That is actually what they would do.
They actually would do that. So, you know what? Typical.
Yeah, Sasuga.
Sasuga. They're acting within expectation.
True.
But
they're operating with an expectation.
Yeah. But one thing I want to point out, though, these sound like the pod racers from Star Wars. Wait, let me just find that.
He slams into the wall. He just slams into the wall. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Pod race. Crash. Oh god!
Oh god! It doesn't show his reaction.
The Russian Air Force be like.
Oh god!
Did you hear that goofy little
Yeah, you know what? Something like that would happen.
What the fuck? They literally didn't include
it's
the one I'm looking for. Okay, maybe it's in this one.
Wait, was that a video beforehand saying that Matt Pat was seriously gonna run for president?
Yeah, not running for president, kind of but like starting his own like governmental thing where it's like, I was gonna show it to you guys later, like tomorrow, but it's like he started his own thing about like online laws. So it's
alright, well, we'll talk about that after this.
Okay. Oh god!
Oh god! That was the Russian.
That was like, yeah, it was like a horrific tragedy.
Yeah.
Where's the? Yeah, this one. That was the Russian. There's the Russian pilot.
It was just a simple creature, bro.
Oh god.
Did he like eject? Or did he just get killed?
Lisa?
Did he like eject or did he get killed?
Yeah, you see a parachute.
Oh, okay, it just looked like debris.
Well, not the crash pod racer, the SU-25.
Yeah.
What now?
Bro, what? That Russian was tweaking.
Yeah.
True.
And then this. Somebody said, I never get bored of watching Russian Top Gun.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh god!
Oh god!
What a dumbass.
what happened?
He retracted his landing gear while he was still on the ground.
No way!
There it goes! Are you landing or taking off there, bud?
He can't decide.
He's so indecisive. Oh god, I thought. Oh shit. Is that what I think it is? No, okay, that's not a separate pilot. I thought one of the pilot's like ejection seats didn't open.
Oh no, yeah, I know. It's kind of hard to tell at a different distance. Oh my gosh, though.
Wow.
That's like, I don't know. That seems like a mistake that's that only a restart would make.
Yeah, somebody who's regarded.
Oh,
yeah, someone who's regarded.
oh my god, that video.
Yo. Oh god.
Send my regards.
Putin sends his regards. Well, he certainly sent his regards.
Yeah, he certainly sent his regards.
What the fuck? Oh, okay.
Campbell Core.
What? Not intro. Philip. What? What was that
What are you
video
looking for?
that you saw?
It was like is Matt Pat going to become president or serious about becoming president or something like that? You're not gonna spell out Matt Pat.
Nope.
So tell me, Stephanie, why popular pets?
I mean, I already had game theory spelled out, so nah.
Our
I'm
favorite little
good.
theorist from Game Theory, which by the way, the channel has never been the same since he left.
Yeah, that's
His
the
cameo
video I
in the
saw
Five
on
Nights at
the
Freddy's movie. Apparently, he's
suggested.
running for president or becoming like a political official. I got no idea what's going on. This shit's been blowing up on social media. It was trending worldwide for like 2 days. But let's see what's going on with good old Matt Pat.
Just shook the internet and announced his entry into US politics. But what is he doing? People in the replies of this tweet.
Bro, now is not a good time to be in US politics, dude.
Yeah. Well,
Bro.
maybe we need people like it. Maybe you'd actually change something.
You know, it's like GG. But I feel like if you get into politics now, both sides are so incredibly retarded that no matter how good of a politician you are, if you have a D next to your name, or if you have an R next to your name, you're gonna have half of the country just automatically detesting you, regardless of what your stances are.
Well, he's going bipartisan.
Okay, well that's
He's
good.
not running for president.
Right. You know what's crazy?
From what Nathan said.
I fully endorse it. Hey, he did his thing.
Wow.
He got hella YouTube money. If he wants to
well, this is far from Freddy's.
Brother has my vote 100%. It's the same thing with Mr. Beast. I would vote for either of them, to be completely honest. Hey, you know what would be nice? Having somebody in politics that's younger than the age of fucking 70. It would be...
You know what? True.
Nice for all of the electors to not be Minecraft zombies for once.
I'd unironically vote for Matt Pat.
Well,
I don't even
what
care.
his policies are, though.
I don't even care.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Just to have someone tolerable in there, you know.
That's true.
At this point,
I would, at the very least, need to take a glance at like what he's gonna try and do, but he's probably got my vote.
Some people even think that this is the start of his campaign for presidency, and while it's not at that level yet, the reality is that it can absolutely be the start of an ambitious political career. My name is Renew, and if you find this breakdown helpful, remember to leave a like and subscribe for more stories like this.
Going on to take on the world now.
Yeah, he is.
He went from 5 Nights at Freddy's to 5 Nights in Hell.
Oh god.
Oh god.
5 nights on the campaign trail.
Down exactly what's going on. And
4 years in the
What
White
if he's
House.
the opposite of your views? Well, then I'll have one conversation.
In the White House.
It's really that easy, man. Like, here's the thing. Not everybody is gonna
5 Nights at Epstein's.
Say. It's to you to, when discussing politics, to make sure that the people of which you're talking to are of sound mind, to where when you have disagreements, you understand why you're disagreeing. And perhaps
He
Damn.
looks really good for 40.
Yeah, he looks like he's 25.
Oh, well, there he looks older.
Yeah.
He looks like a good politician.
Yeah, he does.
He looks like a movie politician.
I know.
The Creator Economy Caucus. House of Representatives.
Yeah, it talks about it in the video.
being open to change your mind. Like, for example, I was pro-choice like 2 years ago, and now I'm pro-life after one good conversation with a friend. And yeah, as long as you're open-minded and you just weigh logic above everything else and you keep emotions out of it, I think it's fine talking to anybody about politics.
Now, if you don't know, MatPat is one of YouTube's largest creators. He's most known for his 19.6 million subscriber channel, The Game Theorist, but he's not just a silly gaming YouTube channel. He owns and manages several other channels about topics like film, food, and style. So what is MatPat doing? MatPat is helping to launch a bipartisan caucus within the House of Representatives, the Creator Economy Caucus. That's a lot of words, but let's break it down slowly. So what's important to note is that this is bipartisan, meaning that it intends to and has the support of both major political parties within the United States, that being the Democrats and the Republicans.
I'm not sure if you can do something like that right now.
Well, we'll have to see.
Well, you have to believe it.
Yeah, you have to
believe it,
dipshit.
Either A,
okay,
he's gonna get attacked by everyone, or it's the policy platforms are gonna have to be so milquetoast and not touch on cultural issues whatsoever in order to potentially be successful.
It sounds like he's going for just like, well, I don't know, but it
Is he
sounds
just going
like
pure economy?
It sounds like he's going to try to form maybe rules, more like clear rules for the internet or something. I don't know.
Like AI and shit.
If he is singularly focused, he might be able to do it.
Yeah.
reason to believe it's bipartisan too, because this press conference was jointly held, notably by Beth Van Dyne and Yvette Clarke. These are congresswomen who are within the House of Representatives, who are in charge of making laws and policies and getting them to pass through Congress. So, what is a caucus? A caucus within the House of Representatives is a group of lawmakers who share a common interest or policy goal. Caucuses consist...
He read that off Google. You can see his eyes. He's reading. He didn't know what the fuck that meant.
Oh, God!
That's what he did. I can tell. You know what? I fully support it, man. Thank you.
Oh, God, you
Why
know.
are his eyes skin color?
It's probably the camera washing them out.
Oh, yeah, it probably is.
Policy goal.
No, it's my head
Caucuses
canon
consist
that he's like a iguana.
Oh, wow.
And his skin is just covering the white part of his eyes, but just his pupils exiting out.
That's insane.
Oh my god. You'd be like a Star Wars character.
Oh god!
That's so
of lawmakers in Congress. These are formal members, and they're meant to represent the interests of certain people, and in this case, content creators. They work with outside stakeholders like MatPat and Steph in order to be better informed on topics that interest content creators so that they can better represent them.
Yeah, content creators is kind of in this weird spot that I think is going to become very, very, very regulated very soon. Whether anybody wants to admit it or not, the amount of power that social media has and Twitter and content creators alike have over the influence of what our next generations and current generations are consuming. I'll be real. Content creators these days are becoming the new mainstream media. NBC, CNN, people aren't Fox News. People really aren't watching this shit unless they're like an outlier or they're like 70 years old and they hate the fucking planet. But everybody's on YouTube these fucking days, man. Everybody's on YouTube. Everybody's on Netflix. You know, streaming services are the way of the future. People really don't watch daytime television because, guys, do you really want to watch daytime television where every 30 minutes they run 13 minutes of ads? No. And unless someone's completely unemployed and they see no background noise, no one's really watching that shit the way they used to. Because now there's options. And there's so many ad-free viewing experiences that you can have these days because, guys, ads fucking suck.
So what topics and
people need to adapt?
Are
I know, it's just like
to the Creator Economy Caucus?
Bro.
And also, cable is expensive for such a piss-poor product.
The video, MatPat talks about
like they need to offer
online privacy,
a lot more value for your buck too. Like you have to watch a bunch of ads and pay through the nose for it. It's like, okay, one or the other, bro.
I know. Yeah, especially cable, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I like Tectone, but I don't want to sit there for
just
15 minutes listening to him. At least right now. I just want to
Yeah.
try to
no,
see
I get that.
what's up with this.
Age of the internet. Think about DMCA, the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, and how it was passed in 1998 and is still active today. Think about all the issues that have come with it and the legal battles that have fought about it.
Oh god. Still gotta do a Linity dirty like that. All these years later.
Oh, yeah, I know. There is no
YouTube
redemption for you.
Oh god.
Now you might be thinking, does the CEC represent me, the viewer? Yes and no. The Creator Economy Caucus, by its name, is meant to represent the interests of content creators. This might mean things like raising awareness on certain issues like how content creators might want to be included under the no tax on tips clause, or fairer revenue splits from major platforms, or maybe a redraft of the DMCA. On its face, their job is to let the House know exactly what content creators think about certain laws being passed. But MatPat specifically names issues that content creators have had direct contact with, so like online privacy, AI, protecting children on the internet, like I mentioned before. If you're watching this video, then that means you're on the internet. You consume content every minute.
Well, don't just assume that. Yeah, I wouldn't just assume that if I were you.
Just don't assume that.
I don't know about this guy.
The algorithm just pushed it to us, like just in the first couple of minutes. Like I could be just a casual viewer, you know.
Yeah.
I could be watching this from a crystal radio receiver.
you are online almost. So chances are this directly impacts you. Having freedom on the internet, artists competing against AI, your little brother, sister, cousins, or your child spending too much time on TikTok or YouTube and rotting,
or in our case, our father.
their brain. All of these are
Poor
issues
dad.
that people on
He's a victim of it.
Dear old dad.
He's just laying down there helpless.
Oh god!
Helpless to the wiles of TikTok algorithm.
Oh,
For you page.
Not on Father's Day too. Oh god.
Oh god. Well, this is the one day where he gets a pass.
Oh yeah, true.
online are very likely to have a deep interest
He
in
has
on its
fully
most
replaced
fundamental
happiness in his life with the pleasure
Oh no,
of TikTok.
bro.
Oh god.
No.
level. This will directly influence the content creators that you subscribe to, and so it will absolutely influence the content that you consume. The outreach is massive. Now you might be thinking, why do content creators matter? Aren't they just a disruptive group of people on the internet making clickbait and doing anything for views? Well, no. Content creators aren't just this colorful cast of people you see on online platforms. With a significant following, they're independent small business owners on its face, producing merchandise and providing effective outlets for advertisers to put their brand on. Not only that, large enough creators hire people.
Whoa. Ethan's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
He looks like he got stung by a hive of bees
flower,
there.
though.
Oh, no wonder why he's got a flower head.
Yeah. It's a flower.
Bro.
He got swarmed by... Oh, God.
I'm not even joking.
Yeah, the difference
like
that he is now.
Yeah, look at him right now. Oh god.
Oh,
Okay, dude. Shit. Oh fuck. Wait, let me just go. Wait, why did it do Ethan Klein Twitter, bro? Just show me what he fucking looks like, bro. Wait, let me just go on YouTube and look at one of his recent videos.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck am I doing?
Do that.
Yeah, I don't know why you just didn't do that.
Okay, 2 days ago.
On Rover, there's a service for every...
That
That's
dog
the thing about Ethan. That's the
has
thing
been
about Ethan,
condemned.
though. He's one of those people that looks good, bigger, skinny, but he does look a lot
Whoa.
different than he does now.
No, dude, look at that. This is like... My opinion is that you just look automatically twice as attractive. Bless you.
Bless you.
You level up. You become twice as attractive if you're no longer fat.
Yeah, he is more handsome, but he still looks good like that, though.
Well, he kind of. I mean, he looks okay. Like
he kind of reminds me.
He looks like a.
He looks okay.
I want to say he looks like a 5 right here, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a 4. Dude, right here, that's like a 7.5. For his age?
7.5.
Well, I mean,
know.
I'm not gonna call him a 10. I mean, I'm being real here, okay?
You're real here. Why not just give him an 8? Give the poor guy an 8.
Well, because he's not an 8.
He's the same age as
right.
Matt Pat.
He's 39 years old, right? He looks like a 7.5. See, like a Matt Pat. Matt Pat, the video that we just saw of him. Why isn't it in my recommended? I literally just looked it up, bro. Okay. See, look, Matt Pat. That for a 40-year-old man That's like a 9.
Yeah, it is.
True.
That's a 9. Ethan's like a 7.5.
And you're like a 2.
True. And Henry Cavill is naturally, he's like the perfect 10.
Yeah, he is.
And he's 42.
True. Really? I thought he was older than that.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have all in roughly the same age range. The perfect 10. The 8.5 to 9. And the 7 to 7.5.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
And then, so if this is a 10, this is like an 8.5 or a 9. And this is like a 7 to 7.5. This is probably like a 4.
4? You went down 1.
I said, you know, I started off at 5, and then I was like, you know what, maybe like a 4. There's something about the bloating.
Does
you know,
the flowers do it in?
You know, it's just, I don't know. It's just
It better not be. Wait, don't tell me you went from a 5 to a 4 because you remembered that he's a Jew.
Oh, God.
Don't tell me you're...
No, that's definitely not. No, definitely not, dude. Don't turn this on me, guys. That's kind of weird.
You turned it on yourself.
That's
what's going
kind of
on
weird.
here?
I don't know.
What is up with this guy, chat?
What is up with this guy? I don't know.
Okay, this guy. Oh, so he's 10 years older than them. Right?
Mm-hmm.
This guy's face. He's like the gold standard for a 1.
Yeah, I know. Especially knowing his personality.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, here's the 10. Here's the 1. Ethan's like a good, decent... He's like a decent 4.
I'd say he's like a 5. I'd say he's like a solid 5.
Decreasing the number.
Like, I'd say he's like a 3.
No, I've said 4 multiple times in a row. What do you mean I keep decreasing the number?
No, I said it would be super funny if you just kept decreasing the number.
Oh. Well, okay, but Bizarre.
What?
He's like a 5. No, he's probably like a 6. If you include his personality. But that's not what I'm doing here. Just from raw physical
Yeah, I have a hard time just seeing somebody, though. Like, if I know who they are, well, not like personally, but like, if I know like their personality, like, it's hard for me to like...
suspend your reality for a second? Like, dude, it's kind of like, you know, I'm not really a fan of Alec Baldwin, but when we watched Mission Impossible the other day, I was like, hey, I like his character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
That's kind of what I do, but for people's physical attractiveness.
I still think he looks like a solid 5 or... yeah, I think he's like a solid 5. I don't think he looks that bad, actually.
Okay.
I mean, he could definitely stand to lose weight. He definitely looks better here.
Yeah, he definitely looks a lot better here, dude. My God.
But, like, there's a certain charm. You know, there's a certain charm to him being, like, fat, you know? It's kind of like... like, could you imagine, like, if Boogie was, like, rail thin?
He would look a lot different.
Yeah, he'd look a lot different. like maybe not like worse, but he just looked different. That's kind of how I see it. Is like it's like he doesn't really look bad. He doesn't look like bad. It's just different. So like it's like if a character like changes their appearance.
Well, yeah, but okay,
doesn't necessarily look
from here.
That's funny.
From here to like I don't know, here. I think he went from like being a 0.5 to a 1, you know?
Really? You think he looks better there? I actually think he looks worse. I think he looks better.
Yeah, I feel like, I feel like he looks better like that.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's like more appealing to look at. You
okay,
know?
then.
Yeah.
How about this versus this? Because I think the main thing that you're getting hung up on the fact that he's like, what, 2,000 years younger here?
Maybe. It's just like, I don't know. It just like, it makes you look different. And it's not like, I'm not saying it looks like this isn't necessarily about better or worse. It's just like, you're more used to seeing someone as something. And then like, when they lose weight or change their appearance, it's just something you have to get more used to. I guess.
Yeah.
Like, it's just kind of, yeah.
To me, it's just like
not saying that like Ethan's known for being fat. Like that's
no.
Like,
If anything, he looked particularly bad in that other video that we saw him in.
Yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm.
He did look particularly bad, but it still was like decent though.
Map.
Oh, okay. I accidentally exited out of this video.
Oh.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
Yeah, we were around here.
Seeing merchandise.
I don't know, it's just my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I get your
fat is like a massive debuff to like their facial attractiveness.
It can. In some ways though, it can add to your youthfulness though. It can make you look more youthful.
That's true. But for some people, it's probably a bad thing.
Yeah. For others, it's like really good though.
You want us to be rotund, fat little elves?
Yeah.
Dainty claws.
Yeah, I know. I think it looks kind of sometimes. Like, look up Tammy. Look up Tammy.
Tammy who?
And Tammy from 600 Pound Life or whatever. Bro. Tell me that you can, like, picture what she looks like when she's, like, skinny. Like, would she actually benefit in the face? Or, like...
Okay. Here's my main point. I don't think I've been clear enough. I think I need to add a little bit of clarity. If you're already kind of rough looking, being fat won't necessarily make you look worse. However, if you're attractive, skinny, but then you become fat, it is a massive debuff to your attractiveness.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, I don't want to be mean, but if this is true, she did look better a little bit fatter.
Yeah. I know. I think it just depends on the person.
Mm.
I mean, honestly, though, you just want to be healthy. Like, that's just the goal. It's just you want to be healthy.
Not for me.
I'm
losing weight because I want to look better, dude.
Okay, dude.
I want to look better and be more mobile.
Yeah, you want to...
I don't want to be healthier. Ugh.
Yeah, you're more like willing to forgive yourself though if you're like want to be healthy rather than you don't have a particular look that you're achieving. Because sometimes you don't look the way you want. That's called body dysmorphia there, bro.
Oh yeah, if you actually have body dysmorphia, then like it's just a mental problem like any other mental problem, and you need help for it.
No.
I don't get what your point is though.
I'm just saying that like you should aim for being healthy rather than looking good, because I feel like at least for me, it takes more stress off of trying to like lose weight and stuff.
Yeah.
If you don't like achieve a certain look, you're always just going to be unhappy. But if you just want to be healthier, then you're like, oh, well, like, yeah, I look a certain way right now, but at least I'm healthier, you know?
Well, you're mentally less stressed out, which is healthier for you, if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's healthier to have the mindset of, oh, it doesn't really matter what I look like.
Yeah.
But it doesn't necessarily mean that you are healthy at any size.
No, definitely not.
Okay, because that's what it sounded like you were trying to say.
No, I was just saying that it's the mindset of wanting to be healthy over the fact that you want to achieve a certain look. Because, like, that bar, that goalpost can, like, always shift.
It can. Unless you're, like, more reasonable with yourself. If you don't have...
if you're reasonable, then it's fine. But I've heard it's just a really, like, nasty trap to fall into.
Yeah. Well, that's... A lot of people tend to be very vain. And see somebody... There's always, no matter who you are, there's always going to be somebody who looks twice as physically attractive as you. As you. So, if you're always... Yeah. I'm almost used to hearing myself speak while I'm speaking, and it doesn't fuck me up, but sometimes it still fucks me up.
Yeah, keep coping, douchebag. We both know that you're not even listening to yourself. You just want to make up for all the stuttering you do.
Yeah, I'm spitting my teeth all over my screen.
Oh my god!
Oh god!
But yeah, if you're always chasing a perfect aesthetic, yeah, you're not going to be mentally healthy. But I think that's, at that point, it's probably a mental problem that you need to resolve.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to go to therapy as well as, like, the gym and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
so
if you're just like, if you're more reasonable and you're just like, damn, I look like a fat fucking piece of shit. I want to stop looking like that. And then you start...
Yeah, but what if you're fat? You look better fat. You know how you look skinny and you look better fat.
Well,
like that.
If you want to make that decision as like... I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm saying if a person makes that decision, based. Kind of based. Be like,
it is kind of based, but
I could be
like
could be like, yeah, you know what? I could be skinny right now. I have the mental fortitude to like lose weight and like watch my shit. However, I think I look better fat, so I'm gonna stay fat. You know what? Based. It's like Santa Claus. Oh, you can't have a skinny Santa.
Mama.
Oh, Mama.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know what? Santa Claus makes that
Never
decision
heard.
every day.
Yeah, he does. With his
True.
bowl
You know
full
what?
of jelly.
Yeah. Santa Claus? Skinny? That's not Santa Claus. That's a crackhead trying to steal shit from your house.
True.
It's Gollum.
Yeah. Got Santa Fent. Trying to fold in your house.
So now it's Santa Coke.
And
Yeah, dude.
Santa Coke.
and following, they're independent small business owners on its face, producing merchandise and providing effective outlets for advertisers to put their brand on. Not only that, large enough creators hire people from video editors to cameramen to technical and production engineers that can manage a live stream. According to 2024 US YouTube Impact Report, YouTube's creative ecosystem contributed $55 billion to the US GDP, supporting the equivalent of 490,000 full-time jobs in the United States, and that's only what YouTube sees. The potential for Creator Economy Caucus is huge. If the House and other political figures regard it seriously, then you have to think about the kind of soft power and influence that MatPat will have and the other content creators.
Interesting. I wonder if this guy needs to be canceled.
Oh,
On the
wow. He
operation.
just like dropped it so casually too.
Got me over here stroking my second chin. Interesting.
I'm surprised you could reach it.
Representatives theoretically get free advertising and outreach using his platform. Be honest. Before this, have you ever?
Damn. I have my microphone on my backpack. My backpack is made out of like canvas material, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like rubbing the front of my backpack, and it's making like an earthquake sound.
Yeah,
My
it
God.
is.
Heard
Maybe
of Beth Van Dine
you're in
or
Iran right
Yvette
now.
Clark? Probably not, but now their names are on your radar, and that's exactly the kind of influence creators can have. This one
Quick ASMR break.
Is that the floor cracking
That's
from
my
underneath you?
that's my flaky dry skin.
Oh, wow.
That's my flaky dry skin.
tweet.
That's what
You're
that was.
skimp. You're
My
flaky
skimp.
dry skimp.
Damn. It was also the floor cracking beneath my immense weight.
Announcement of a political caucus that half
Finally,
the people
nice to
don't
see
even
that
know
you're
what
actually being truthful.
the political caucus is, has over 11 million views at the time of writing. How many people, other than MatPat, have a way to get that many people to watch one thing? Imagine if he was announcing a campaign to become US president. The internet would explode. The CEC's main prerogative is to educate lawmakers on the issues that matter to creators. And the issues that matter to creators can be the issues that matter to you. Actually, it absolutely would be, because you consume a lot of the content on the internet. Creators can gauge their community's concerns through metrics like watch time and engagement, data that can offer real insight into what online audiences care about. If you're an artist or a video editor, script writer, cameraman, or just someone who posts things online, and if you receive just a single penny from ad revenue, this matters to you. The potential for the CEC's outreach is enormous, and the amount of influence they can hold over lawmakers is potentially scary, but hopefully the fact that this group is intended to be bipartisan will mean that it involves itself directly related to issues on digital media or the creator ecosystem, so that creators everywhere and their audience can feel like they have a say in politics. What I really like about this move personally is that it can inspire generations of
We're
people
completely
to have
entrenched in
actual
this
interest in
video.
politics.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm mesmerized by this guy.
Yeah, he is pretty cute.
Never been gayer in my entire life.
How we make our laws and how they can become active within
That's
this
not really
sort of realm.
saying anything,
So final
though.
question, which I said I would answer in the beginning, is MatPat running for president?
Yeah, because I'm actually
No.
12 years old.
But notably, this could be the
12
humble
years
beginnings
old
of a
and
political
hella
career.
gay.
Oh god. Alright, wait. Let me go through... He kind of got into some of his platform.
Kind of got into some of his platform.
Okay, I'm sorry that you never fucking read anything, but anytime I start reading at all, you don't have to do the nerd voice. Yeah, I was waiting for you to do the nerd voice immediately after that. Now I feel like an asshole.
You feel like
just
an asshole.
spread them wide. Spread them wide, Nana.
Okay, let's see. So he wants to address policy gaps. Should I just read the article out loud?
Yeah.
Yes.
MatPat, the former YouTube star, has transitioned. Wait, I need to pull my ear off. Or, not my ear off. I need to pull my headphones off so that way I'm not like hearing. I'm not hearing myself. Because for some reason it's like fucking me up, especially tonight. MatPat, the former YouTube star, has transitioned into politics, announcing the Creator Economy Caucus on the House floor. This bipartisan effort aims to bridge the gap between lawmakers and content creators, addressing crucial issues like online privacy, AI ethics, and creator taxation. Making a play for Politician of the Year with his brave career change, former YouTube star MatPat has officially declared his candidacy for public office. Not bringing a game theory, but that's just a theory. But not bringing a game theory, but a build theory to the game.
Oh shit, that's the final channel, the final piece.
True. On June 10th, Patrick took to the House floor to announce the creation of the Creator Economy Caucus, a new bipartisan effort to connect lawmakers with the rapidly growing world of content creation. From YouTube algorithms to congressional advocacy. Oh wait, okay, we know his history.
Yeah.
The caucus, already supported by roughly 10 representatives, hopes to be a direct line between content creators and Congress. Their mission, which we echo here, to make sure that any federal legislation is able to move as quickly as a world that changes often ever faster than law books can be updated. At the press conference, Patrick laid out broader policy discussion goals for the caucus, including the promotion of online privacy legislation, AI ethics, algorithmic responsibility, and child safety online. He highlighted the need for legislative certainty when it comes to creator taxation and accessibility to small business resources, in issues that seldom make the front page but matter most to the digital entrepreneurs building them. These aren't flashy topics, but they're critical to the survival of this budding ecosystem. Okay. We're going into politics.
I'm not even saying anything.
Yeah,
I know.
Hearing you read that off just reminded me in like a new light just how much I fucking hate you.
Okay, so the video wasn't intentionally being vague. He just was kind of vague. Online privacy legislation. Okay. AI ethics. Okay. Algorithmic responsibility. No idea what that means. And child safety online. Okay, cool.
You definitely need that.
Oh, definitely.
You
but
specifically, Boo Bear.
True.
I did just turn 12 yesterday.
Yeah, you did. And it's a scary world out there for you.
Terrifying.
For my little teensy-weensy, teeny-weeny little baby bro.
You hear this?
It's a scary world out there. That's your full diaper swishing around because you haven't been potty trained yet.
No, it's... I'm quaking in fear.
Well, we
Yeah,
always
'cause-
know you're quaking in fear, little bro.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not even coming through. There you go. I'm quaking.
Yeah, you're absolutely quaking, as you should be.
True.
Little baby Boo Bear.
The world scares me.
I would be scared too if I had.
Oh God.
Oh God. You haven't
is it
even
called?
gone out into the world yet, and you already have. That's powerful.
Yeah, but that reminded me when I was like, oh shit, what are we gonna do now? I still have one more Twitter post left, and this one is a huge giga L for the anime community.
Uh-oh.
So, you know that one anime, Rent a Girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a romance manga.
Mm-hmm.
That takes a interesting turn later on.
Oh, so you already know? It ended recently, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But after 380 manga chapters, Chizuru rejected his love confession.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Dude, I can't. 380 chapters only to be rejected.
Oh my god.
And you want to know why?
Yeah, I think I know why.
No, it's because
What they do what it says?
no. Fans are speculating that the author likes Chizuru so much that he couldn't process the idea of her dating another man, even if it was another one of his characters.
God, you know what?
Yeah.
I could 100% see that.
That's what I'm saying, though. I can 100% see this, especially because because some what is it called? That's because of some sketches the author released 2 years ago. He sketched.
By the way, this man has a wife and children.
Yeah.
What? I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
What
he has
the
a wife
fuck?
and children. I watched it a day in his life. Like, there's like this one thing. I forgot what channel did it, but it was a day in his life of a manga artist. I didn't even know what Rent a Girlfriend was at that point. But I was watching a day in his life. He spends all day doing his manga. And then he goes out. He has like little assistants, right, that help him out with his manga. He goes to dinner with his manga or with his little assistant, and they spend like most of the night there. And then he goes home. He briefly visits with his wife and children, and then he goes and sleeps at a separate area. So he
What the
like
fuck?
spends maybe an hour with his wife and kids, from what I remember of the daily thing.
That's so
Bro.
weird.
I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
That seems so depressing that he like purposely spends a ton of time with his assistants and stuff, but like no time with his family. And people were saying that that's like fairly common in Japan. But like,
Bro literally made himself a girlfriend.
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But he drew in hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people into his delusions and cucked the main character of his own story.
Yeah.
So apparently,
Yeah.
it says, Chizuru's my girlfriend, says Rent a Girlfriend author. This girl is my beautiful girlfriend, and her name is Chizuru Mizuhara. She is a very kind girl. She always forgives me in the end, even if she gets really mad at me afterwards. And he's drawing her, like, around his house.
Dude.
What the fuck?
That's so fucking weird. But you know
I
what?
know.
That's like,
bro, he freaky like that.
yeah.
True.
Like, oh my god. It's just...
Ain't no way.
I just
bro,
thank God that I never started watching that series. Imagine being attached to that series.
I know.
And
People,
having the main love interest get fucking cucked by the author because the author went schizo.
I know. Well, the funny thing is like, I think they probably expected it, because even back years ago when I watched that Day in the Life, oh my god. Do not
Just
scroll
continue.
up.
No, I know what you were looking at.
Anyway.
You guys always get so distracted.
Everybody. Okay, you can't blame me for that one, okay? Okay, no, everybody was clowning him in the comment section. I was like, what the fuck? I've never even heard of this, like, anime or manga. Like, why are they, like, all clowning on him? They all hated him, bro.
Yeah, but
They're
that's if you keep up with anime news.
So bad.
If you're just a casual viewer or reader, and you don't look up like what the author's doing, and this catches you off guard, dude, I would feel so robbed. 380 chapters.
I guess the quality of the manga takes a huge dip.
Oh, so you went full schizo even before the manga ended?
Yeah.
Oh,
From what
okay.
it sounds
but
like.
Still,
But they were all mad at him because
even
he
if he
just
started
like,
going, even if he started going schizo at like chapter 250, I would still be upset.
Yeah, that's true.
But we gotta watch this.
No.
Hey, what are you doing?
Leave cars alone, bro.
Oh my god.
Made her waterboarding him, bro.
True.
What?
Hiccups are gone. Wait.
Don't worry, Sheriff. I'll carry you.
Honey, look, Vonda.
Amazing. He won 3 piston cups.
He did what in his cup?
We're gonna be going now, okay?
A little something to remember us by.
Lamau.
You are just desperate to ruin cars. You know how important it is to me.
Oh god, Zaza.
And you're ruining it.
Oh god.
You're going out of your way to do it.
Oh wait, I sent.
Go. The only way you're gonna be able to come back from this is if you go to those 3 dots. No, before you leave this, go to those 3 dots down and click Don't recommend this channel.
Okay. What?
Okay, all is forgiven.
Okay. You know, but the thing is, I don't really have a problem of forgetting memes when I'm watching a when I'm watching a movie. I don't really have too much of a problem like disassociating it from the memes. So sounds like a skill issue on your part.
Oh yeah, maybe it is. But it's an issue all the same.
Where was the clip? I thought it was on the Trash Taste podcast. Why does it keep autofilling for me, dude? Okay.
Moving to a new state is a really big decision.
I wanted to watch this video earlier.
Why are you catching up to Rent a Girlfriend?
The one Boruto
Rent a Girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, because did you see it? Did you see the post on Twitter?
Mad, that's why. And I was like,
yeah. You're like, I need to know what's happening.
All right, let me tell you.
All
So
right,
I'm like,
because
I'm behind 5 chapters.
That's
like,
so base though. That he just like he felt so jealous and possessive over his character that he like cucked everybody he pulled into it.
That is kind of Sigma.
Indeed.
Not
the Sasuga mangaka, you know?
True, though.
True.
Damn.
I think there's a lot of build up. This is only for the people who read or are reading.
I think
Rent a
it's safe
Girlfriend.
to spoil.
Yeah. I'll just say it like really quickly. Like there's this build up where he has to go on a date with Chizuru or I forgot.
He always goes on dates. Paid, right?
No, this is like an actual date.
Oh shit!
But the thing is,
It's a freebie.
yeah,
It's like a
sorry,
freebie.
a little spoiler.
Buy
but-
10, get
Yeah,
one
but
free.
listen.
That's literally what hosts do. They buy you free dinners because you gave them like 15K.
No, I'm saying I'm spoiling it a little bit because don't read it because it's like torture. It's like actual torture because the main character he doesn't grow. There's like I defended him earlier because I was like, oh, there's room for growth.
Yeah.
Bro does not grow, bro. He just
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like the mangaka was like searching for a reason to make the character unlikable. Then.
Yeah.
Unlikable.
I can kind of
Because-
see that.
That tells me that he was looking for an off-ramp to not fully piss his audience off, but at the same time, no, maybe I'm getting it too mixed up. This guy is schizo. What probably happened is he got so interested in the female character that he created, he just stopped putting effort into developing the male character. He probably just stopped caring.
Yeah, he did. And then it turned from like it wasn't never really shoujo. It was like more of a romance anime. I guess there's a couple chapters that straight up hentai though.
Oh my god.
Yeah, some of them are like that.
Yeah. It's like
Order
what?
Online was like that.
With what? Oh,
You've
well,
never
there's
heard
like
about
that
this?
separate. No. He did like that separate chapter.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
No, you like put it inside the actual manga.
Yeah, but I mean, it was still from the author, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
But yeah, some of them probably, yeah.
He just stays like since like chapter 1. He's like the same loser, man. It's insane. He looks at a bra and he's just like,
No, do you know what's worse? Because we always knew he was a dipshit.
Right.
Like they just made every character like as hateable. Like I was a Chizuru stan, and the more I read of Ren's girlfriend, I'm like,
yeah, true.
this bitch.
She
man.
Dude, the only girl that's like not up is like Sumi or whatever, Sumi-chan or whatever, you know, the
Yeah.
shy girl or whatever. Anyways, like so like the actual date, I'm like cringing. I'll like every panel I turn, I'm cringing so hard because he's just doing everything wrong, and I just like I want to jump off a
Can you
building.
give me some examples of things he did wrong, just so I can understand?
Dude, he just overthinks everything. He's like, should I pay or should she pay? Oh no, she's paying. Oh no, I'm a fucking loser. I should have paid. This just
it's
a
sounds
whole
like
chapter of like, should I pay?
this just sounds like if like rage bait manga.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing, man.
Yeah.
Like, it works.
He knows how to get
it
the-
works.
I will say because
Wow.
It sounds like pure torture. Why would like
I know.
bro? Why would you consistently stick with a manga like that? Like there was, don't get me wrong, there is so much toxic shoujo that I was reading a lot of, and I fucking hated most of the male leads because they're just such assholes, bro. I was like, why am I even reading this? And like after like my tolerance for it just kept going down and down and down to where it was just like I can't tolerate any of this shit anymore. And
Because
that's
for some reason, both men and women love people that treat them like shit.
I know. And it's just like, why? Like,
And they love reading about it too.
yeah. I know. It's like, yeah, I don't know. That's just not for me, bro. Maybe the Japanese especially love it. But then again, there's a lot of smut. Or like there's a lot of like romance novels that are mainstream that I heard that's kind of similar, like 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
So I don't know. People are
Everybody-
just messed up, bro.
Everybody everywhere
Everybody
loves to
be
be treated
messed-
like shit.
Look, I like it. I like watching someone change. So like if they are started
Oh,
out as
yeah,
an
definitely.
asshole and then they like slowly change, like that's the ideal.
Like
But
Kyo
a lot
from
of
Fruit
those
Basket.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But there was several of them where the male lead stays a dick, and then the girl, all she does is just get used to it more. It's
Oh,
like,
God.
what? You did like, and then they start just doing the unforgivable. Like, there's a line that can never be uncrossed, even if they do change. And it's like, I don't know about that, guys. It was just
Like
so
what?
depressing.
Can you give an example of like a line being crossed in a manga that
Okay.
that can't be walked back even if they change?
So I'm trying to think. I think it was K-On! If I remember correctly.
K-On!
This was like 10 years ago. Or this was over 10 years ago, actually. Wait, no, not... Okay, it wasn't this. It was not this. It was like... Oh, it was K-Special? Maybe?
Yeah, because when you said K-On, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing like the what's it called, like title or like thumbnail of it. I was like, wait a minute.
This?
Yeah, no. Okay, then I don't remember what it's called.
Some
I'll
of
have
those
to
older,
look.
like late 2010s, like manga, sometimes you just gotta accept that they're fucking lost forever, dude.
Yeah.
Some
He
of them
like...
you just can't ever find again.
Yeah, I know. So, like, the main lead, so this guy is super toxic. There is nothing redeeming about this character, mind you. This is, like, a particularly bad one. And she was, like, the main girl was moving on from him and, like, going to date this other guy. And, oh my god, I forgot what he did, but out of jealousy, he, like, ruins her life. He like out of jealousy. He like he does something. Yeah, I know. He does something like permanently bad. Like he like embarrasses her, or, like spreads some sort of rumor. I forget exactly what he did, but it affected her life in front of like the whole school or something. And like she was like absolutely devastated. He was like he spread rumors or something like that she was like cheating on him, or she's like a I don't know what. I forgot, but all I remember is that I was seething, like I was seeing red from it because he was such a dick. And then afterwards she forgave him and gets with him. It's like, oh hell no. Like I knew where it was going and I couldn't bear to see it, so I just stopped reading it. I was like, no, I hate this guy. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him.
I can see
and he
that.
wasn't even cute. Wait,
oh god.
He wasn't even cute.
Oh,
Let me
god.
yeah,
so
keep playing
what you happened to read was actually just a manga based on real life.
I know.
Real life Andrew Tate.
Bro,
Damn.
I know. I didn't want to believe.
And it's the pool arc, and the pool arc is in
I love
cinema.
that part. I love it,
Actual cinema, right? Because everyone knows the erection scene in the pool arc.
Yeah.
That's just like the tip of the erection, you know, tip of the iceberg in terms of like the peak rage.
What
bait.
happens there?
This is one of the few chapters I've actually read just because
Yeah.
I wanted to know it in context, and it's so funny.
So it's like the up to that point, it's like the longest arc. So it's like if this was One Piece, it's the Marineford.
Yeah, it's actually no, it's not Marineford. It's like Skypea, dude. Boring as dude, that's what it is.
No. It's Marineford because all the girls are in this one place, and it is a free for all, man. And I remember this is the exact point I started hating Chizuru, because there's this point where she does something and Mami, like the one girl who everyone's like, nah, this hoe, she for the streets. She stands up to Chizuru and I'm not like, shit, she's got a point actually. Shit, the worst person you know has actually made a good point. And I'm like, is there no good person in this anymore?
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking. Is it when they're on the bridge, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why I remember that. I just like conjured it. No, there's a whole chapter where he's just looking at like he's trying to check the freckle on her butt or something. And I was like, this is
What?
The whole chapter is just like, oh, I wonder if there's a freckle there.
That's so creepy.
There's so many people.
You know, so you know, Japan. God bless them. But sometimes they do some things that are fucking weird. And don't get me wrong.
You know.
We do a ton of weird fucking shit too.
Yeah, we do. We do.
We're not better than them. And in a lot of cases we're worse. But my God, are they bad in an entirely different way?
Yeah, I know.
Some of the tropes are just like, some of the tropes, while not worse than Western tropes, it's just like, so you're just like sitting there and you just think, oh man, that's so Japanese. You can just point it out.
You
like,
see
oh
that
God.
meme off to the right that's made by Pogfish?
Yeah, why do you guys always get fucking distracted, dude? I see it. It says, I don't care if you're 12. Shake that ass. Cool.
No, that's Sasuga Japan. That's Japan right there.
True.
On her.
You guys getting distracted.
You're not listening to the central point. You're just like, oh, look at, you see this name on the side? Oh, you see it? Yeah. You're being a baby-backed bitch right now.
Fuck you!
What? The whole chapter is like, oh, I wonder if there's a freckle there.
There's so many peak like panels in that. Have you seen a panel where it's just like a double page spread of just like the most photogenic Chizuru being like, I'm on my period.
Yeah, I think so. There's just so many that like it's hard to like. I try to delete it from my brain.
Christ almighty.
Oh my God.
I just can't believe people were like mad that she didn't want to date him.
Yeah,
like,
no, I agree. I agree. Like there's a post that was
Like,
just
he's
like he
paying.
paid for it and everything, and it's like, bro, that's not how it works.
what world do you live in, bro?
That's not how it works, bro.
There's no world.
Yeah, I know. Even on the post that I was on, they said, oh, let me go find it. Okay, they said, Kazuya has spent an estimated $250,000 on Chizuru in Rent a Girlfriend. And there were some people acting like, they're like, Lomao, he spent all that money and she still rejected him. I don't think the money fucking matters here. He's not entitled to anything just because he spent that money. However, the only thing I would be pissed off at would be like, okay, what the fuck was the entire point of this manga? 380 chapters just to have her reject him.
I know.
What the fuck was the point?
Everybody's time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's so ratchet. Like, the money doesn't fucking matter.
Like, yeah, when it's like romance and that's the whole focus of the story, bro, there better be romance and there better be payoff. Like, have them get together, but then something happens like before marriage or something like that, or like after marriage where they get a divorce or something. Like,
maybe, but even then, that's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I know.
Like,
you kind of have to have a happy ending.
Yeah,
romance.
at the very
unless
least.
someone dies.
Yeah,
it's like,
if someone
it's
dies,
the love they shared. It's the love they shared that mattered.
Yeah. If it turns into a tragedy drama, that's fine. But don't just have her just reject him. The fuck?
No.
What the fuck are you doing?
Living where you pay for the girl and she ends up with you. Like,
yeah, he's literally.
It does sound though like there were no good characters in here, and every character was just shitty. So, you know what? Maybe it was better that it ended this way.
The whole time, man.
Yeah.
The only reason why they got to know each other is because he's paying to win.
At this point,
when the prostitute doesn't love me.
Pay to lose more.
Yeah.
Well, like,
so I know what happens in the latest chapter because obviously Twitter spoiled it.
No, this isn't even like paying a prostitute and she doesn't love you. This is like you pay a like prostitute for like 30 years, raise children, have a family with her, memories, and then like on your deathbed, she's like, none of it was real. You were just paying me.
Yeah. I know.
Why'd you waste our time then? What the fuck?
For me, but I wish that was the ending because
at that point, it's not about the money. It's just a wasted time.
no, they're gonna end up. Yeah, he's gonna milk it, and then it's gonna end with
like if they end up
I
together. I'm like,
I just can't believe there's 40 volumes of this shit.
To be fair, like in the early stages,
I
like
know.
volumes 1 through 10.
Yeah.
Then as it kept going, I was like, I'm not investing in this anymore. It's awful. Like this is terrible.
Someone said that the MC spent 250K on her.
Yeah.
No, dude, the last chapter I read, he was like, he bought new clothes, and he's like, this cost me $800, and I was like, bro, why? Where are you shopping?
Bro,
Where are you
it's
shopping? $800?
Wait, what is his job?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He like, I don't know how he gets his money sometimes.
Wait, he's never explained where his money comes from.
I'm sure he.
He's an OnlyFans creator. He shows his asshole to the internet.
No shit.
Wow.
He
He was trying to get some himself, but it didn't turn out well.
Oh god.
Oh,
But how the a job?
How the f does a college student have 250K?
I don't think he has a job, right?
I don't know why I know this, but it's his grandparents' money or something.
Yeah,
His grandparents' money.
I think that's
yeah,
it.
he's got like rich parents or rich grandparents.
he has,
or
like,
something
oh,
like that.
So he's like the most deplorable.
They are rolling in
unrespectable
their
figure.
grave right now.
Yeah.
Bro.
Dude, but like, aren't they questioning like, yo, what's this minus 1,000, minus
Hey,
800,
Hey,
minus?
did you really need to spend 20K at the Gucci store?
Okay, you know what pisses? Okay, one more before we move on from Rent a Girlfriend. I have one more thing that pisses me off about this.
Go
manga.
on.
Go on.
Only one?
Well, there's plenty, but this one annoys me. Every chapter.
About literally generational wealth.
Every chapter, guys. Every time they show a girl going out, like just walking, like one of the girls,
Yeah.
they always have like guys on the street, like background characters, going like, "Oh my god, she's so hot! Oh my god, she's like a model. She's like her legs so slender, her boobs insane." And, like, every
Dude.
panel, every chapter, they do that. There's always like some. random-
Oh my god.
The body is insane.
I wish I had a girlfriend like him. Oh my god, she's a goddess. This is insane. I was like, dude, I don't know. That's it. That's all I have.
Dude, the glazing is
No, there's one
insane.
time where they went to a bar.
I
And
know.
the
I know.
whole table, everyone, like the whole restaurant was completely packed. All of them were just looking at Chizuru and being like, "Oh my god, she's like a f***ing idol. This is insane. Like, the presence of her is making me like shiver." And I was like, "Dude, no one acts like this, bro."
Oh my god.
Oh my
That's so fucking cringe, dude.
We've given this shit.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Sorry,
my
it's
God.
just like it's fresh in my mind because I was like reading it. So
Yeah. I still got to catch up to it, to be fair.
I caught up to One Piece.
Okay, wait, I sent you. I sent something
Haru.
in the.
Yeah, Haru no Ride was one of them. Where it's just like the guy's just so despicable.
This one?
He's just such a douchebag. And
He kinda
also
looks
like
a dick.
yeah, I know. No, he stays a dick the whole time. He doesn't change or grow or anything.
Dude.
And then there's like the wolf prince, like the black wolf prince, something like that.
What? Beezal, that's racist.
That's racist. This is racism, chat.
Oh, okay,
Wolf
Wolf
Girl
Girl,
and the
Black
Prince?
Prince. Yeah. That's another one where he's just a dick to her all the time, and like
He looks like a mega dick.
yeah, they get married, and he barely even wants to touch her. Even like in marriage, it shows like their
Really?
afterlife. Yeah, it shows like their married life. He barely wants to touch her still.
Dude.
It's like, bro, why'd you get married to her? It's just so, it's so like, it's so demoralizing. And she's like a ditz, but she doesn't deserve the treatment that he puts her through, bro. That's not the one though. I'm still trying to find the one where it's just like at least they do have some moments together in this where
okay.
he's not entirely like a black cloud of death, but like the other guy definitely is. It was like, oh man, I forgot. I'm looking through manga right now trying to find it. Where it's just like, oh, it was like, there was some sort of number in it.
Just looking at this one. He's like, you're gonna have to be my dog.
Yeah, and he does treat her like a dog, bro.
Dude.
He treats her like I think he even has her go on her hands and knees.
Dude.
Oh my god. Dude. Who the fuck reads this shit?
I know, that's what I'm
Well,
saying. Like, who's
I don't know.
Who?
Degradation is a kink.
I know, but just so depressing.
I know.
Yeah. A lot of kinks are if you're not into that kink.
Yeah.
You're just like, ugh.
I know, true.
Like that one fucking guy on Twitter, he said, if you like BDSM, you're like the Looney Tunes character. And then somebody replied, you remember that one? Wait, let me go look it up.
Because they just like completely beat each other up.
Yeah, you're gonna need to go find that.
All the time, just beating each other up. Remember that one Lola meme? Where he was like, sorry, Bugs Bunny
Oh,
was
yes.
talking to
Who's gonna kill him?
Yeah, and she's like, oh, I see someone like you. I'm about to run into him. And he turns around, he's like, like almost dies.
Yeah,
bro, what if that's their relationship?
Oh god.
It's just like, that's the kink.
Hey, Lola.
Hey, Bugs. What you doing?
Standing on the side of the road.
Fun. Oh my gosh. You're never gonna believe this. There is a guy standing on the side of the road who looks just like you. I'm about to hit him. You look just like my boyfriend.
You're just gonna fucking crash into him, dude.
Yeah.
That's so funny. She acknowledged that she's gonna run into him and keeps going.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Oh, wait,
Daniel,
no,
have you found it?
Yes. Let me just send that to the... Okay, yeah. There you go.
Oh, wait.
Oh shit, I just deleted the other one. There you go.
BDSM is impossible to take seriously. It's literally Looney Tunes sex. Tying each other up and hitting each other with sticks, etc. Come on, Tom and Jerry ass. Yup. Okay, but what is this?
True.
Sexiest. The hottest Valheim creature. I gotta say the Gyal, bro.
Yeah, you just can't beat it.
You can't beat the Gyal, bro. It literally has Gyal in his name, bro. The
Yeah.
Sure.
Although the neck is pretty hard to beat.
I like the fooling.
Yeah,
it's
you
soft
would.
and vulnerable. It's soft and vulnerable.
Fooling. I mean, I think they misspelled it. I think it's
Yeah,
supposed
yeah,
to be
they did
furling.
misspell it. It's the furling.
Yeah.
No, I think it's fooling.
What?
Really? Ah, ha ha. That's hot.
It is a fooling. Wait.
What?
It was. I could have.
I thought
Is
the
this
whole
the
time it was
Mandildo
furling.
effect? This is the Mandildo effect.
It is.
I could have swore. I would have bet money that it was spelled furling from when we played it.
Me too.
Are you kidding me?
Look at all these people, chat. They fell for the classic trick in the scroll, the oldest trick in the scroll.
We
It
did.
literally is fooling. This ruined my night.
Yeah, I know it did.
All right,
yeah.
you know what? It's
Yeah.
We gotta
Yeah,
go.
it's time.
Yeah, it's time for you to go to bed.
Okay, guys, I hope you understand.
Yeah,
But this is
ruined me. I'm gonna go
chat.
kill myself.
I'm glad you understand.
Please.
I would say goodbye, but I can't even muster that.
No, not even close. Get the fuck out of here.